this revision video, we will be looking at the topic of recurring decimals to fractions. So what is a recurring decimal? So this will be indicated by a dot above one or more of the numbers. 0.2 recurring means that the 2 recurs forever, basically, never ends. Now, sometimes you're given 1 dot, sometimes you're given 2 dots. 0.18 recurring means that both numbers recur. So it would be 0.181818, goes on forever. Now, with this next one, because the dot's above the 2, it is just the 2 that recurs. So it would be 0.322222. Can you see the difference there? Top one, you've got a dot on the 1 and the 8. Second one, just a dot on the 2. And for this third one, we've got dots on the 5 and the 4. It means everything in between the 5 and the 4 recurs. So 0.504, 504, 504, goes on forever like that. Okay, so maybe have a go at these. Can you write these recurring decimals out in full? Put me on pause and pause when you're done. So this first one we should have. Second one. Third one. And the fourth one. So for the first one, the dot's just above the 4, so the 4 recurs. The dot's above the 1 and the 2, so everything in between recurs. It's just on the 7 and the 8 here, so it's just the 7 and 8 that recurs. And here, it's between the 6 and the 3, so all those numbers in between repeat. Okay, so how do we change 0.5 recurring into a fraction? Okay, there's a set method for this. In the IGCSE Edexcel exam, they want you to show your answer algebraically. In fact, they usually show you what the answer is as a fraction and ask you to show it algebraically. So this is what we do. Let x equal the decimal written out. I usually do it to about 4 or 5 decimal places. Okay, when the number repeats once, we're going to multiply it by 10. And we'll see why in a minute. So 10x would be equal to, if I multiply 0.5 recurring by 10, all your numbers would move one place left. It'd be 5.555 recurring. Now I'm going to write my original x along the bottom here, and then I am going to perform a subtraction. 10x, take away 1x is 9x. 5.5 recurring minus 0.5 recurring. 5, take away 5 is 0, right? So all these will cancel out. And you'll be left with just your 5. So you can see everything that's the same basically cancels out. 5, all those 5s will cancel out, all those 5 will cancel out to make 0. 5 take away 0 is 5. I'm going to make x a subject by dividing both sides by 9. So x is equal to 5 over 9. In the IGCSE exam as well, you can always use a calculator. So on your calculator, you can actually just check the answer. 5, scroll down, 9 equals format decimal, and you can see you're correct. The calculator's rounded the last number to a 6. Obviously, it would go on forever, just be 5s. Okay, so Have a go at these questions now. Oh, they've not loaded on here. These ones. Have a go at these questions. Put me on pause and pause when you're done. Okay, so for this first one, A, we're going to let x equal 0.777, multiply by 10. Put the original underneath. Subtract 10x, take away 1x, 9x. These would all disappear. 7 take away 7, 7 take away 0, 7. Make x the subject by dividing both sides by 9. There's our answer to A. Okay, let's have a look at B. This time, it's just the 8 that repeats. Multiplying by 10 again. So if you move all your numbers to the left, it would become 1.8 recurring. I'm going to line up the x underneath. Right, you've got to be careful here. I don't know if you spotted this when you were doing them yourself. 8 take away 8 is 0, so it's just these that disappear, right? So now we actually have 10x take away 1x is 9x. 1.8 take away 0.1 is 1.7. We need to make an x a subject by dividing both sides by 9. But we do not want a decimal within a fraction. So we're going to multiply both sides by 10. And then I would always check on my calculator to see if this can simplify by just putting it in as a fraction and putting it equals. No, it doesn't simplify. There's my answer. (10x) take away 1x is 9x. Now, where do your 3's, where are they the same? From there onwards. You can use your calculator if you want. You know, you can always have your calculator in the IGCSE exam. 7.3 take away 0.7 and 6.6. Divide both sides by 9. Multiply both by 10. This one will simplify, so just put it in the fraction button on your calculator. It simplifies to 11/15. Oops, sorry, this is C, wasn't it? And then D. (10x) take away 1x is 9x. All the 4's cancel out. So it's really important with these, really, that you lay the digits out so it's one digit above the other. They're spaced out in the right place value spaces. You can see where they start cancelling out exactly. Okay, so from this 4 onwards, then 2.4 take away 0.2 is 2.2. Divide both sides by 9. Multiply both by 10. And let's check if it simplifies on your calculator. Yes, to 11/45. Right, now, this repeats with your 1 and 4 both repeating because the dots are above each number. So this is a bit different. If we multiplied it by 10, what you would find, let me just show you quickly. If I just put it above here quickly. Can you see the numbers? If I lay them out above each other, they don't line up nicely, so they wouldn't subtract to disappear. So what you have to remember, if the numbers repeat once, you times them by 10. If the numbers repeat twice, we're going to times them by 100. So 100x would be all these numbers moving 2 places to left. 14.141414. So I'm going to write my 100x at the top. X at the bottom. Again, make sure they're lined up. Each digit is underneath each other. Decimal point has to line up. So then the place value would be all in the correct place. 100x, take away 1x is 99x. All of these disappear to become 0. 14, take away 0 is 14. Make x a subject by dividing both sides by 99. Okay, have a go at these 4 questions now. Put me on pause and pause when you're done. So this first one, let's let x equal 0.434343. Multiply by 100 because it's repeating twice. Arrange everything so it's underneath each other. It's really essential these decimal points are in the same place. Subtract 100x, take away 1x is 99x. 43.4343 minus 0.43 blah 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 leaves you with just 43. Divide both sides by 99. X is 43 over 99. Doesn't simplify. Now, for the second one, x is 0.5626262. Multiply by 100 because it's a double digit recurring number, 626262. So 56.2626. Line them nicely underneath one another. And you see all these 6's cancel with all those 6's, all the 2's cancel from all the 2's from this point here, from that point there. And then you've got 56.2, subtract 0.5, it's 55.7. So 99x is equal to 55.7. Divide both sides by 99. Times both sides by 100. Let's get rid of that decimal. And pop it in the calculator to see if it simplifies. No, it doesn't. So for C, we're going to let x equal 0.8131313. 100x is equal to 81.31313. X, again, let's line everything up nicely. 100x, take away 1x, 99x. 81.3. So where does it cancel with each other from that one onwards? You've got 1's, 3's all underneath each other. They would subtract to make 0. 81.3 minus 0.8 is 80.5. Divide both sides by 99. Times both sides by 10. And then I'm just going to simplify it in my calculator. X is 161 over 198. I'm going to check it as well. Yes. And the last one, D. Multiply by 100. Subtract 100x, take away x is 99x. Disappear from here onwards. 23.6 minus 0.2. 23.4. Divide both sides by 99. Times both by 10. And let me now see if it simplifies by just typing it into the calculator. Yeah, 13 over 55. Okay, so what if we have a recurring decimal that repeats with 3 digits? Okay, so this time we're going to multiply it by 1,000, and you'll see that all my numbers line up nicely with each other. So if I multiply this number by 1,000, the digits move 3 places to the left, so it'll be 105.105, 105, etc. If I now subtract 1000x minus 1x, let me actually write it down first. 999x, 105, so the top number take away the bottom number, all of these disappear, so we're just left with 105. Divide both sides by 999 to make x a subject. Simplifies to 35 over 333. So just as a reminder, if it repeats once, so if the number repeats once like this, you times by 10 to get 10x. If it repeats twice like this, times by 100 to get 100x. And if it repeats 3 times like this, times by 1,000. Just as a reminder, I do own a tuition company, and I have some excellent tutors that are qualified teachers, maths, English and science, and all subjects really, including primary. So if you need any tutors, just drop me a message. Okay, one more page of questions. So this last page of questions is just to see if you fully understand this topic. So again, I put me on pause, unpause, and just check after every few you've got them right. I will put full working out. Right, let's start with A. So I'm just going to not write that first step, let x equals, but make sure you do. So we're timesing it by 10 because the 4 just repeats. Oh, sorry, I'm not actually times it by 10. So if I did times it by 10, hang on, let me just write the x underneath here. All right, times it by 10, we get 4.44. Line everything up nicely. They all cancel from this point here. When I subtract, 10x take away 1x, 9x, 4x is 4 over 9. Part B, we're multiplying by 100 this time because it repeats twice, 818181. So multiply by 100 be 81.818181. Okay, let's subtract. Disappears. 99x is 81. make x a subject, we get 81 over 99, which simplifies to 9 over 11. And pot C. This repeats 3 times, 371, 371, etc. I'm going to multiply it by 1,000 this time, because it's triple digit repeating. Get my decimal points lined up and all my digits lined up. Oops, subtract. Divide both sides by 999. Does not simplify. Yeah, that's all question 1 done. I've just put question 2 on a separate page to give myself some more space. A, just the 7 repeats, single digit repeating, multiply it by 10. So 1.711, oh, sorry, 7 repeats, doesn't it? Subtract. 10x, take away 1x is 9x. Disappears here and here. 1.7, take away 0.1, 1.6. Divide both sides by 9. Multiply both sides by 10. See if it simplifies. Yeah, 8 over 45. I'll just move this down a little bit so you can see where the dots are. There we go, it's a bit better. Again, a single digit, so we're multiplying it by 10. If you multiply it by 10, it becomes 0.4 recurring, because all your digits moves one place to the left. Okay, if we subtract 10x, take away 1x is 9x. Disappears from here. 0.4, take away 0 is 0.4. Make x a subject, divide both sides by 9. Times both sides by 10. So let's simplify. Yes, 2 over 45. Part C. Again, single digit recurring, 10x. Multiplied it, multiply it by 10, it becomes 2.54. Right. These cancel out when I subtract. .54 minus 0.25 is 2.29. Divide both sides by 9. Times by 100 this time to make the top into an integer. Doesn't simplify. The answer is 229 over 900. Date. Again, I'm going to multiply it by 100 because it's the double digit repeating 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 31.212121. If you're not sure, if you get confused with that bit, you can just type in your calculator to multiply it. Line them underneath each other. Not line them up very well. 1 disappears from here onwards, right? 99x. 31.2 minus 0.3, 30.9. Divide both sides by 99. Multiply both sides by, the numerator and denominator by 10. Simplifies to 103 over 330. And then E, we've got let x equal 0.03 recurring. Just a single digit, so multiplying it by 10. Subtract. 10x take away 1x is 9x. Disappears from here. 0.3 take away 0, 0.3. Multiply numerator and denominator by 10. One over 30 is your simplified answer. Okay, and this last one, F, G and H. I'm going to be multiplying it by 100 because double digit recurring. Multiply it by 100, you get 42.727. If they don't line up nicely, you know you've gone wrong somewhere. 100x, take away 1x, 99x. Disappears from here. 42.7 minus 0.4 is 42.3. Divide both sides by 99. Multiply numerator and denominator by 10. (47 over 110 simplified). G. Again, I know I'm going to be multiplying it by 100. Double digit repeating. I'm going to space this one out a bit better. We've got, if you multiply that by 100, you 1.61616. Subtract 100x, take away x, 99x. 1.6. It would give you 16 over 990, which simplifies to 8 over 495. And the last one, I'll do this on a separate page. So I'm going to do this last one here. Okay. 3-digit repeating, because the dots are around the 8 and 7. I'm timesing this one by 1,000. So 989.7899897, sorry, like this. All disappears from here onwards. So when I subtract, we get 999x is equal to 989.7 minus 0.9, 988.8. Make x a subject, times numerator and denominator by 10. Oops. And simplifies to 1,648 over 1,665.